makes me so mad. What was that carnivore whose discarded womanhood stuff all about? I could swear people cross the street now when they see me.
Really? I was actually pretty impressed.
Huh? Is that how you think of me, Yukon?
No, that's not what I meant.
That reminds me. You seem to like that Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel nickname.
Did he?
Sensei, have you awakened to a new name? Should I call you Kingpin from now on?
Yeah, he's the character that worships one of the female characters. It can be the other way around too, I've noticed. I'm kind of interested in how this is all going to unfold.
No kidding. Shit got stirred up
This
the day
seems
you
to
came
be
back, like someone planned it that
a
way.
mystery game just as much as it is an action and horror game.
That actually does still bother me a bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, I guess the timing? It's like whoever did this was waiting for you to come back. Well, I guess there's no need to think about that now.
I think I might know
Where's Marie-chan?
who it is
She's elusive as always.
that they're
It
talking
looked
about.
like she was buying something at Sozai Daigaku the other day.
What? Nobody told Emi-chan that Sensei was visiting?
Well, it is Marie-chan we're talking about. I'm sure she's noticed that Yukon's back.
Huh? Then, why hasn't she shown up? I mean, if she knew that Senpai's back, you'd think she'd be the first to show.
Oh man,
Where'd that lightning
it's
come
starting
from
to
all
get
of a
dark.
Oh, look at those insane rain clouds. It's gonna start pouring soon for sure.
I think they're kind of taking that whole change in weather out of proportion. I mean, that doesn't look very ominous. It's just some gray clouds.
Report has been way off the mark lately.
Yeah, weather
Sorry.
stations tend to do
Hello?
that.
Oh, Kase-san.
See, those are good friends. A lot of
That reminds
people
me,
like to
Labrys is
sit
a
there
robot,
while
right?
you're trying to talk on the
She rust
phone,
if she got caught out
and
in
you
the
know
rain.
they are listening to every
I
word you
doubt
say
it.
to the other
The
person.
Kirijo group developed her after all, and they wouldn't be that cheap.
Mid-chan's group sure is amazing. Her stuff is way better than Junes brand electronics.
Shut up! And don't go dissing your own employer.
Yeah, there are like, I think 3 cyborg characters, or like machine characters, if you will.
Labrys is with Mitsuru-san and her friends, right? I wonder how she's doing.
The shadow characters are basically
Don't worry,
an
I'm sure she's
alternate
doing
version
fine.
of
If all goes well,
these
we'll see her
people.
again in no time.
Like they have some strengths compared to the normal characters, and they have some weaknesses compared to the normal characters.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I should stop being such a worrywart.
Yeah, you all should stop being worrywarts.
Looks like Yukiko-senpai's off the phone.
Oh, welcome back, Yukiko. What was the call about?
It was the inn. It seems a
I'm
group
pretty
of our
sure they
guests
call her
is still
senpai
out.
because
Didn't have
she
any umbrellas
is
ready for them,
the
so I
owner
think a
of
lot of them will come back drenched.
this
Sorry,
inn
I
that
have to
they're
go back for a bit.
talking about.
Oh, right. I forgot this is a busy time for the Amagi Inn, too.
Actually,
Or
shouldn't
maybe
we
they
be
just
heading home
mentioned it now and
ourselves?
I'm getting way too ahead
This
of
keeps up,
myself.
I bet it'll keep raining into the night.
Like I said, on the car
Raining,
ride
huh?
back to my house,
That
I
thing's
read
not
through the
gonna
whole
come on
manual,
again, is it?
so... Yeah, the Midnight Channel. Where they all got sucked in at around 12 o'clock.
In any case, let's meet up again tomorrow to check up on the TV world.
Okay, I'll see you all here tomorrow. And I'll make sure to let Risei-chan know too.
I'm not sure if this follows by Digimon rules, where if they get sucked in there, they
Well, see
aren't
you guys
allowed to
tomorrow.
leave, or if it's like that they can just go in and out, like Mega Man rules.
What do you think, Yosuke, about the timing of all of this?
Oh, that.
I think it
I don't know,
might
I
just be a
overthinking
coincidence,
this, but if
but then
the
again, I
culprit
am
happens to
very
know you,
naive,
would
so...
that give some hint of who it might be?
Like I mentioned before, if I just sat here and read through all of this at my own pace and clicked on the button at my own pace, it would become very tedious and it would make these
Is it
episodes a
possible that it
lot
could be
longer than they
Adachi?
should be.
Dachi-san?
Okay, so the guy they mentioned can't use a persona, Toru Adachi, but he is still very badass. The only way he can use a persona is if he is... Like, the only person who can use it is his shadow form.
No, it wouldn't be him. He has a persona.
Oh, yeah, good point. Sorry, I wasn't trying to weird you out.
He kind of hit a nerve there with you. Oh, actually, that is the wrong person I'm thinking of. The person I'm thinking of has red hair and a X scar on his face, and he has 2 swords. I was mistaken. Forgive me. Okay, so now we're in Yu's house.
Dad came on parent visiting day, so I made sure to raise my hand to answer
We're
all the
going to be
teachers'
meeting
questions.
his sister and
I'm
his
gonna go. I
father.
told that story 3 times already.
No, I didn't.
His father kind of looks maybe in his mid to late 30s. He looks like he's too young to have a high school student as a son. This kind of getting into Yu's personal life so we can become more attached to him.
Oh, and guess what?
I like
saw
that.
a really long car yesterday.
You mean a limo? That's what those are. Yeah. Limousine.
Oh, you mean the limo that was driving around town? Yeah, I heard about that. A big stretch limo in a sleepy little town like ours. I'll tell you one thing. They won't be from around here.
Okay, so he's a detective, and there's quite a few people in this story that are investigators. And I'm
So,
pretty sure
what are you
one
up
of
to
them
this time?
has a pet. I only played arcade mode, so again, my knowledge is very vague.
The day you were due back, a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department suddenly rang me up to ask about the details of that case. Not only that, but I saw that Shirogane kid at the station several times these past couple of days. It Was this all just a coincidence?
I have to use the bathroom now.
That's...
But because I
Can't
chugged
answer.
a monster
Well, that's
before recording this, but I'm gonna have to suck it up and just keep on with this. I'm also holding back a
Look,
burp.
I
Oh
trust
my
you,
god.
but this is different.
And
Don't
I can
stick
just
your head
imagine
into
what
the
that's doing
lion's
to my
den.
digestive system.
You do understand that I'm a detective and pretty much your guardian while you're here, right?
Okay, so they kind of have that understanding where you don't need to say things to each other. Your body language, and it's almost like you can read each other's minds, if you
As long
will.
as you understand that. Then do whatever you want.
Hey, you're picking on Big Bro again, Dad.
Oh, no,
He
not
didn't
at all.
really say anything
talking.
that was offensive.
Really, Big Bro?
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
I'll always
And
be
there's
on your
the
side.
innocent
Okay.
sister. Okay, so why I mentioned that this is kind of like that anime with Monobear in it is not only because of the characters being forced to do horrible things to each other, but the art style is very, I don't want to say futuristic or Neo-Tokyo, but it's very new age with a lot of neon colors to it. And there are a lot of Atlas references here. There's a Catherine calendar up on his wall, and the mascot is on that shelf. The thing that looks kind of like a clown.
Make up
You
your
should
mind,
watch what
Leo.
you wish for. Aw, man. Shit's about to go down. Oh my god. That's messed up.
The strong win, while the weak disappear. Tonight, we will
Okay, so again, this is what I love about this game. It switches up its style, which keeps things fresh, which is what I like. Oh man, there's General Teddy with some bitches, cause you know he loves them bitches. Okay, so we're getting introduced to some of the characters now. With the console version, I was given an inflatable bear and the tarot cards that represent the different characters that you can play as, of which I think there's 11 of them, which is awesome. And with so many unique characters, it makes it interesting to try and find your main. The only games that I can think of that have had that kind of an effect on me are Super Smash Bros. Or I'd have to say Street Fighter.
Tonight, who will win the title of champion? Who will be crowned with the winner's wreath? Whose tale of glory will resound for generations? All that remains are the dreams of the warriors as the Grand Prix plunges
Okay, so
into
these would have to be the shadow versions, because the original versions are not in the television at the moment. And that red screen was very,
Did you see that? What the hell?
Hello?
very haunting.
Hey.
Oh man. Power's going out.
Huh? What's going on here?
Oh my god.
What in the world?
There's like
The
a
town! A
blood red
fog?
mist over the town. Or city. I'm not exactly sure.
What the?
Yoo-hoo! All you P1 crazies out there, sorry about